Hi, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Ifakobi Amphim Girls Senior High School in Kumasi. And then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMass because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to make an impact on the society, STEM provides tools to be able to do so, because the careers that can be found in STEM are mostly problem solving and discovery issues. Yes. And then if you also want to build your entrepreneurial skills, and be it creating your own tech company or creating any innovative solution, STEM can also help you do that. I would advise my fellow ladies to pursue STEM because it will be able to build their courage, their confidence. And then I also advise them to speak up, ask questions when necessary. They should also surround themselves with people who would uplift them. Also, they should work hard towards their goals with determination, and then also take their lessons seriously. If you want to come into the STEM industry, I would recommend UMass to you because it will help shape you in the right direction in terms of STEM. Most especially if you want to do computer science and engineering, I would recommend UMass to you. It's the best place to help you build your programming, your networking, and then your system administrator issues. Hi, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Ifakobi Amphim Girls Senior High School in Kumasi. And then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMass because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to make an impact on the society, STEM provides tools to be able to do so, because the careers that can be found in STEM are mostly problem solving and discovery issues. Yes. And then if you also want to build your entrepreneurial skills, and be it creating your own tech company or creating any innovative solution, STEM can also help you do that. I would advise my fellow ladies to pursue STEM because it will be able to build their courage, their confidence. And then I also advise them to speak up, ask questions when necessary. They should also surround themselves with people who would uplift them. Also, they should work hard towards their goals with determination, and then also take their lessons seriously. If you want to come into the STEM industry, I would recommend UMA to you because it will help shape you in the right direction in terms of STEM. Most especially if you want to do computer science and engineering, I would recommend UMA to you. It's the best place to help you build your programming, your networking, and then your system administrator issues. Hi, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Ifakobi Amphim Girls Senior High School in Kumasi, and then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMAT because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to make an impact on the society, STEM provides tools to be able to do so, because the careers that can be found in STEM are mostly problem solving and discovery issues. Yes. And then if you also want to build your entrepreneurial skills, and be it creating your own tech company or creating any innovative solution, STEM can also help you do that. I would advise my fellow ladies to pursue STEM because it will be able to build their courage, their confidence. And then I also advise them to speak up, ask questions when necessary. They should also surround themselves with people who would uplift them. Also, they should work hard towards their goals with determination and then also take their lessons seriously. If you want to come into the STEM industry, I would recommend UMA to you because it will help shape you in the right direction in terms of STEM. Most especially if you want to do computer science and engineering, I would recommend UMA to you. It's the best place to help you build your programming, your networking, and then your system administrator issues. Hi, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Ifakobi Amphim Girls Senior High School in Kumasi, and then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMAT because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to make an impact on the society, STEM provide tools to be able to do so, because the careers that can be found in STEM are mostly problem solving and discovery issues. Yes. And then if you also want to build your entrepreneurial skills, and be it creating your own tech company or creating any innovative solution, STEM can also help you do that. I would advise my fellow ladies to pursue STEM, because it will be able to build their courage, their confidence. And then I also advise them to speak up, ask questions when necessary. They should also surround themselves with people who would uplift them. Also, they should work hard towards their goals with determination, and then also take their lessons seriously. If you want to come into the STEM industry, I would recommend UMA to you, because it will help shape you in the right direction in terms of STEM. Most especially if you want to do computer science and engineering, I would recommend UMA to you. It's the best place to help you build your programming, your networking, and then your system administrator issues.
Bear with us the next 3 minutes. We will take it up from there. Thank you very much.
I attended
education at Ifakobi Amphim Girls Senior High School in Kumasi. And then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Ifakobi Amphim Girls Senior High School in Kumasi. And then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer, and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine, and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMAT because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to make an impact on the society, STEM provide tools to be able to do so, because the careers that can be found in STEM are mostly problem solving and discovery issues. Yes. And then if you also want to build your entrepreneurial skills, and be it creating your own tech company or creating any innovative solution, STEM can also help you do that. I would advise my fellow ladies to pursue STEM, because it will be able to build their courage, their confidence. And then I also advise them to speak up, ask questions when necessary. They should also surround themselves with people who would uplift them. Also, they should work hard towards their goals with determination, and then also take their lessons seriously. If you want to come into the STEM industry, I would recommend UMA to you, because it will help shape you in the right direction in terms of STEM. Most especially if you want to do computer science and engineering, I would recommend UMA to you. It's the best place to help you build your programming, your networking, and then your system administrator issues.
Where we had a session for our applicants interested in postgraduate education in the university. We had one last week, Wednesday, for applicants interested in the Faculty of Engineering. We had one on the Thursday for Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies. We had one on the Friday for the Faculty of Mining and Minerals Technology. Last Monday, we had the School of Petroleum Studies. Yesterday, we had the Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences. Today, we are privileged to have the School of Railway and Infrastructure Development, and they'll help us understand the programs there, some basic information over there. And if you have questions, you have something bothering your mind, maybe what the resource person said, you need further clarity, there will be opportunity for you to ask your questions. Okay, before we do anything, please let's start with a prayer. Yeah, pray, please. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for how far you brought us. We commit this session to your living. Help us to understand. Grant unto us understanding, the resource person insight and clarity. In the name of Jesus, we pray once again. Amen. Okay, without much ado, I'll invite the resource person. He is by name Dr. Jamel Sadi, and we invite him to share his screen so that he can speak to us on the programs and general information about School of Railway and Infrastructure Development. Dr. Jamel, kindly share your screen, please.
Okay, let me share the screen. I hope you can all hear me.
Yes, you are audible.
Hope you can see the screen now.
Sure, it's visible.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, prospective undergraduate students. I welcome you to this session specifically for the UMass Isikadu campus located in Second B, Takoradi. We are known as the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. So if you see on my screen, you see that I have some two nice railways that I'm showing with rail lines. We at the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development believe that Ghana is poised to enter into the fourth industrial revolution. And as a school, we want to train the manpower needed for the railway and allied industry. Over the years, UMass has been able to train manpower for the mining, petroleum, and allied industry. And we are
Yes, please.
okay. So moving on, like I was saying, if you choose to join the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development, it's just like you are joining the UMass main campus. But you also have an added advantage because you also be trained apart from your routine engineering discipline or other disciplines. You would also be trained waiting for the boom. Maybe in the next future that you can look at air infrastructure. But we believe that rail infrastructure can propel Ghana into heights that we have not even assumed we could get there. And so that is how come the School of Railway and Infrastructure Development was commenced by the University of Mines and Technology. In my presentation today, I'll touch on the brief history of the school. We look at the vision, the mission, and core values of the school specifically. I'm sure that most of you would have heard for that of the entire university. I'll also talk about the department and the programs under each department within the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. Then I'll look at the teaching and learning paradigms that we use within the school. And also, to whet your appetite, we look at some of the physical infrastructure that you would see when you come to the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. Of course, there will be avenue for you to ask questions and also for your questions to be answered. So I hope that you sit tight and then enjoy the presentation. In 2017, the Ghana Railway Company Limited, through the Ministry of Railway Development, signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, to convert the railway training school into a university, sort of. And so they decided to affiliate it to the University of Mines and Technology. They thus developed the school into its state as it is now, and was affiliated to the University of Mines and Technology. So in January 2021, we started the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. What we did was that we brought 6 of our traditional engineering courses from TAQUA, that is geomatic engineering, geological engineering, environmental and safety engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, and then computer science and engineering. These were the 6 courses that were brought from our TAQUA campus to start the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. Just like I said, we started the campus during the 2020-2021 academic year with 241 students. Currently, I must say that we have over 3,000 students at the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development that are doing various courses. Aside the BSc certificate that we give you at the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development, each and every student that walks through our doors, that walks through our walls, after graduating, you also be given a 1-year certificate in railway technology, such that you can walk anywhere within the world and show the world that I have taken these courses in railway technology aside my normal engineering courses such as geomatics, civil, mechanical, what have you. You also have an additional certificate in railway technology. This is an envy for most students. Even people in TAQUA want to now opt for this railway technology course, but they do not have that facility as it stands now. Now, the university has its own vision, the university has its own mission, and the university has its own core values. But because we are situated on a satellite campus, on a different campus, we have also tried as much as possible to extract our own vision and mission out of the entire university's vision and mission. And so for the vision of the school, we want to become a leading institution in Africa for sustainability science, railway transport, infrastructure innovation, computing, and transformative education. And to do that, we have set out the following missions. We want to educate the next generation of sustainability leaders. We want to conduct frontline research on rail transport and allied discipline. We want to conduct cutting-edge research on sustainable infrastructure and development. We want to influence regional and global policies for sustainable future. And finally, we want to be able to collaborate with international universities, industries, and development agencies. So these are our visions and our missions. And of course, we still focus on the core values of the university, which are knowledge, truth, excellence, accountability, integrity, equity, inclusivity, and diversity. We believe that with these, we can become a 21st century university. In the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development, there are 4 departments, 4 academic departments. The departments are Department of Geomatic and Civil Engineering. We have Department of Geological and Environmental Engineering. We have Department of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering. And then finally, we have Department of Computing and Data Analytics. We see that for each department, we have the programs that are run by those departments. So for example, if I take a Department of Geomatic and Civil Engineering, there are 3 programs that are run by departments. The first one is BSc Geomatic Engineering, followed by BSc Civil Engineering. And then finally, for the first time, the department is starting with a new program called BSc Transport Planning and Management. Also, if you take for the Department of Geological and Environmental Engineering, we have BSc Geological Engineering, BSc Environmental and Safety Engineering. For the Department of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering, we have 2 BSc programs and then 2 diploma programs. The BSc programs are BSc Electrical and Electronic Engineering, BSc Mechanical Engineering, and we have the diploma courses to be Diploma in Plant and Maintenance, and then Diploma in Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Finally, the last department is the Department of Computing and Data Analytics. They have courses such as BSc Computer Science and Engineering, BSc Mathematics, BSc Data Science and Analytics. And for the first time, once again, they'll be introducing a program called BSc Mathematics with Finance. As we go on, I'll talk about all the opportunities that are available for prospective students if they decide to enroll in any of these programs. So the opportunities available to you, I'll talk about them as we move on. So for example, for a student who wants to undertake a program in BSc Geomatic Engineering, what are some of the job titles that are available to you? Now, upon completing school, you can be a licensed surveyor, you can be a GIS analyst. GIS is Geographic Information System. You can be a land administrator, you can be a cartographer, you can be a hydrographic surveyor, you can be a remote sensing specialist, you can be a geospatial data manager, you can be a project surveyor, you can be a mining surveyor, very importantly, you can be a quantity surveyor, and what have you. Now, what are the employment opportunities that are available, for example, in our country, Ghana? Of course, it must be emphasized that when we train students, we train them for the global world. UMass students are all over the world. And so the students that we train are students that compete globally on a global scale. So for BSc Geomatic Engineering, some of the employment opportunities in Ghana are, but not limited to, the following: the Survey and Mapping Division of the Lands Commission, Ghana Geological Survey Authority, we have the Town and County Planning Department, we have mining companies, the Newmont, the Anglo Golds, the Goldfields, what have you. You can also be employed there. We have construction firms, geomatic engineers are needed there. We have real estate developers, geomatic engineers are needed there. Electricity Company of Ghana and Gridco. We have telecommunications. We have environmental consultancies, the armed forces, etc., etc. Anything that deals with positioning on the surface of the earth, distance bearing, you will need a geomatic engineer. And so the geomatic engineers, they pride themselves and call themselves the eye of the engineer because they direct where we go. Geomatic engineers direct our path and show us where we are supposed to head. That is it for geomatic engineering. What about the student who wants to enroll for BSc Civil Engineering? Now, I must emphasize that the Civil Engineering program is only run in the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. So if you want to do civil engineering, you can only do it in the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development located in Sekondi Takoradi. Upon finishing this program, some of the job titles that you are likely to have are civil or structural engineer, a site engineer, a project manager, water resource engineer, technical engineer, highway engineer, construction manager, structural draftsperson, quantity surveyor, project manager or coordinator, etc. Now, the employment opportunities available to you in Ghana and beyond are, but not limited to, the Ministry of Roads and Highways, Architectural Engineering Services Limited, Rural Development Agency, construction companies such as Consa, the small construction, etc. You have mining companies as well, because in mining, you also some form of construction, and so you need a civil engineer. We have the traditional Ghana Water Company Limited. You can also work in the energy sector, the oil sector, real estate developers. You can also be there because they need your service. Anything that needs to be constructed on the surface of the earth, you need the services of civil engineer. And so, for example, if you look at government's agenda towards the big push, you see that clearly in the next coming years, we will need a lot of civil engineers as a country. As it stands now, the civil engineers we have in the country are far less than what we need as a country. And so there's a lot of prospects within the civil engineering space. Civil engineer and geomatic engineer some way go hand in hand because they work together, work together, and are able to bring solutions to areas where we think don't have solutions. As an engineer, your primary objective is to bring solutions to your people. And you must train engineers so that you can be able to bring solutions. We are a solution-oriented university. If you are thinking of having any engineering program in this country or even in West Africa, I implore you to choose the University of Mines and Technology. So those of you who are on call on the Zoom, and those of you who are listening to me on YouTube or following me on YouTube, I know that you have made a very important step by even choosing to subscribe to this information session, such that you want to know more about the University of Mines and Technology. If you are planning on any university, you are planning on any engineering program, I implore you to think UMass. Moving on, we have a new program that the department will be rolling out this academic year, which is called the BSc Transport Planning and Management. Upon a successful completion in this program, your job titles include but not limited to a transport planner, a traffic engineer, a logistics and supply chain manager, transport economist, urban mobility officer, public transport manager, fleet manager, port and terminal operations. I must emphasize that as a country, we have not fully explored the avenues that there are in the transport planning and management space. The university, of course, through the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development, thought it was that as a country, there are some things that we need to be able to propel our development on a pedestal that we have not even imagined. One of such programs is the BSc Transport Planning and Management. As we move on, I'll show you for the new programs, the admission requirements that you need to be able to enroll into these new programs. For the traditional ones that we had already, I'm sure most of you are familiar with the admission requirement, and so I will not bore you with that. But the new programs that we are introducing this academic year, I will show you the admission requirements. I'm moving on to the Department of Geological and Environmental Engineering. And there we have two programs, which are BSc Geological Engineering and then BSc Environmental and Safety Engineering. I'll start with the BSc Geological Engineering. Some of the job titles are, but not limited to, a geologist, a hydrogeologist, engineering geologist, a mining geologist, a geotechnical engineer, mineral exploration geologist, mud logger, that is in the oil and gas industry, GIS specialist, or a quarry manager. I must emphasize that me, as your resource person, I am a geological engineer by training. And I identified myself as a hydrogeologist. And so when I say that there are job opportunities for you, I know what I am saying. Geology is a program that I wish most of you can do. Geosciences is a program that I wish most of you can do, because as a country, most of our problems are related to nature related problems. To be able to solve these problems, we need to have some form of understanding about nature, understanding about our earth. And the courses in geosciences are the courses that are open to you for you to be able to solve problems of African needs. I move on to BSc Environmental and Safety Engineering. Some of the job titles available to you are, but not limited to, environmental engineer, water and sanitation engineer, waste management officer, environmental consultant, health and safety officer, sustainability specialist, air quality specialist, environmental compliance auditor, etc., etc. Now you can be employed under the several government organizations such as the Environmental Protection Agency, Water Company Limited, Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, mining and gas companies. Just before I started my lecture, I saw that there was a young man who was telling you about his journey through UMaT. He studied environmental and safety engineer. And there are several environmental and safety engineers who are in mining industries, who are in the oil industries, who are in the construction industries, who were trained under the University of Mines and Technology. So once again, if you want to think about environmental and safety engineering, look no further than the University of Mines and Technology. And if you want to have a city life, I wish that you can join us at the Secondary Takoradi campus. Moving on, we have the Department of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering, and they have programs such as BSc Electrical and Electronic Engineering, and then BSc Mechanical and Mechanical Engineering. I think that these are one of the most traditional engineering courses, and so I did not need to even introduce them any further. For somebody who wants to do BSc Electrical and Electronic Engineering, your job titles are but not limited to electrical engineer, electronics engineer, an instrumentation and control engineer, telecommunications engineer, power systems engineer, maintenance engineer, renewable specialist, project engineer, etc., etc. And you know people who do electrical electronic engineering, the areas that they can be employed. You can go into the Electricity Company of Ghana. You can go to VRA, Volta River Authority. We have now the Bui Power Authority. Telecommunications like MTN, Telecel, Airtel, Tigo, what have you, you can be employed there because your know-how, your technical know-how are needed in all these areas. You can also be employed in the mining companies if you want to, in production companies if you want to, in construction companies, in broadcasting companies, wherever your services are needed. Once you have been trained in BSc Electrical Electronic Engineering or BSc Mechanical Engineering, you can easily be employed in any of these areas. The last department is the Department of Computer and Data Analytics. In here, we have BSc Computer Science and Engineering. We have BSc Data Science and Analytics. I'll put focus on the BSc Data Science and Analytics because this will be the second year that we'll be admitting students for this program. Your job titles are, but not limited to, a data scientist, a data analyst, machine learning engineer, business intelligence analyst, data engineer, big data architect, and marketing analyst. In the world where now artificial intelligence is taking over this space, courses such as data science analytics are what we need for the 21st century students and 21st century learner. As a country that wants to progress, that wants to propel, we need to be able to analyze our data in real time. We need to be able to deal with big data sets and analyze them and see how we can link them to national development. And so if you are somebody who is good with data, somebody who naturally is curious to know how data is analyzed, how data is manipulated for national development, I implore you to buy forms and enroll for the BSc Data Science and Analytics. Finally, I'll talk about the new program that we will be rolling out this academic year. We have the BSc Transport Planning and Management. And for most of you who are on call, I'm sure that you will either bring an SSC or WASI candidate certificate. Of course, if you are bringing a GSC or even a master's certificate, there are also admission requirements for you. But for the purpose of this exercise, I only focused on SSC candidate and WASI candidates. In fact, I will only talk about the WASI candidate. If you want to do BSc Transport Planning and Management, you have to get credits in your core subjects. That is, you have to get between A1 to C6 in your core subjects. And for science students, you need physics, chemistry, and mathematics. For general arts students, you need economics, geography, history, or government. So any of these three is okay. For business students, you need electives in accounting, business management, economics, principles of costing, elective mathematics. I'm familiar that some people have done general knowledge in arts, food, and nutrition. If you have these plus any other electives, you can also be considered for the transport planning and management. Like I told you, this is a course that is linked to national development. We want to see how we can plan our cities, want to see how we can control traffic in our cities, whether it is road, whether it is railway, whether it is by air. We want to be able to do this and do it effectively. And so we want to train the next line of transport planners, want to train the next line of transport managers for our country, because we believe that the next line of event that our country wants to usher into, we need to be able to plan our cities very well. We need to be able to plan our real lives very well. We need to be able to plan our airspace very well. We need to be able to have a very complicated network to be able to do deliveries within the country and even outside Ghana to have an effect on the entire African continent. Also, a new program that will be introduced this year is Mathematics with Finance. Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you that over the years, there has been some bad myth about mathematics that I don't know why students always do that. I was telling a colleague of mine that if I should go to the university again, and if I have this knowledge that I have today, I'm going to opt to do mathematics. Now, this program is even more whetting appetite because we have added finance to it. All the things that we have talked about, whether geomatic engineer, whether geological engineer, whether environmental and safety engineer, you should be able to have a certain level of financial prudence. You should be able to know how to manage your finances. You should be able to know how to sort for funds to support all of these things. And so, by so saying, I want to say that for somebody who enrolls to become a BSc Mathematics with Finance, you are most likely going to cut across all the spheres of accounting, all the spheres of finance, all the spheres of banking. This is a cutting-edge program. You will not find it anywhere in Ghana. It is only the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be part of the next level of conversation in this, our new Ghana, if you want to be part of the next level of conversation in the world, if you want to have a global recognition as a person, if you finish the university, I implore you to come and take the BSc Mathematics with Finance. For candidates who are from WASI, you need 6 passes or credits in your core subjects. For the electives, you need, of course, elective mathematics, and you need any of the following aside the elective mathematics: physics, biology, agricultural science, chemistry, economics, accounting, management, geography, applied electricity, electronics, metalwork, and technical drawing. The course is open up to all of you. We want to train people for our country. We want people from the University of Mines and Technology to relate with engineers, to think like engineers, to be able to be part of national discussion, to be able to be part of global discussion. And I say, without missing word, that the course to choose is BSc Mathematics with Finance. Moving on, I would like to touch on the teaching and learning that we adopt within the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. Our critical focus hinges on 6 things. First of all, we think and pay a lot of attention on critical thinking. Secondly, we have emphasis on meaningful learning and student engagement. If you have friends who have come to the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development, you can ask them to give testament of the things we do within the school. There's practical application of our knowledge. We have supportive and inclusive learning environment. The lecturers are very, very energetic, some of them very young and ready to help you, welcome you into this family. We have a blended learning and digital literacy system. We always make sure that our students are improved. The university always hosts what we call the Career and Innovation Fair. Ladies and gentlemen, for the past 3 years, we have had students from the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development within the first 3. Last year, for example, we took the second, third, and fourth positions in the Career and Innovation Fair. This is a testament to the thing that we are doing as a school. It's a testament to the thing that we will do to you as an individual. I implore you to join us, the Takoradi campus, at the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. And we are going to make good men better. We are going to make better versions of you for national development. These are some physical infrastructure that is ongoing. We have the lecturers' offices. And from the beginning of next academic year, you have a 500 capacity hostel, which will be completed hopefully before you come. And so where you sleep, where you eat, you shouldn't think about it, because you know that you are coming to a very conducive environment. Also, you are coming to the city, the capital of Western Region, and so you will be in good hands. This morning, I just stood out of my office and took 2 nice photographs of the campus of the School of Railway and Infrastructure Development. In your slide, you see how beautiful our campus is, very conducive for teaching and learning. This is also the second picture from the same campus. As you can see, a very conducive environment for teaching and learning. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that my presentation has touched you. I hope that if you are considering where to go for your next line of education, you will choose UMass. I know that if you are choosing UMass, you will want to be part of the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. I thank you very much for your time. At this point, I will invite questions if there are any. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jamil Sidi, for that insightful and educative presentation. Yes, so as you rightly said, we will now invite questions. But as the questions are also coming, please, if you want to ask a question, kindly raise your hand up. You can send a message through the chat box. Those watching on YouTube, through the comments, you can send your questions there. But those joining through Zoom, you can raise your hand. If you call, we ask you to unmute, then we ask your questions. Yeah, so yes, I can see FBN. So take the first set of questions, I think a maximum of 5, then you will answer them. Okay, FBN, please unmute and ask a question.
Okay, thank you. My name is FBN. And so I wanted to ask, concerning you spoke about a certificate,
What is the meaning of FBN?
Frederick Nontalawa.
Frederick.
That's yes, please.
Okay, continue, please.
So you spoke about 1 year certificate that you'll be giving out after the completion that we can use to show out. So I was asking whether 1 year will it guarantee an easier path to gain access to any kind of job connected to such program? That's my question.
Okay, yes, thank you very much for your question. Can I answer it, or I should wait for all the questions?
Yeah, let's take the 5 at a go and answer it one.
All right.
Okay, I can see iPhone. Please unmute and ask your question. iPhone, please unmute and ask your question.
Hello, sir. Please, Abunda Kujibro.
You
So
are
effectively, I'm Darko Gabriel.
okay.
Yeah, I was supposed to join the meeting, I think last week Thursday, but unfortunately I joined today and I've listened to what you guys have said. I had good grade, but still my admission hasn't come. And I want to know if electrical engineering, those you guys have pre-paying grade that I should offer.
You want to know whether electrical engineering those who are paying this I
Let's say
want
maybe
class.
if you get 15 and below, 15, 16, you will give the candidate electrical engineering but pre-paying, or it depends.
I'm not getting the clarity of your question. So you want to know whether 15 will be given paying electrical.
Yes, because I had 12, but still I haven't gotten my admission and I don't know. My friends that have lower grade than mine have gotten theirs. And I know that maybe my question isn't supposed to be part of this conversation, but it's worrying me. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, noted. Please,
Please answer my
if, yeah, so if you have a question, kindly raise your hand up. Then I can kindly lower your hand since you've already asked your question.
Okay.
His
So is
question, I was
that
not getting it clear. You said electrical electronic engineering.
Uh, I think what I'm getting is like you said he had 12, the other friends they've gotten admission, but he hasn't gotten. And he's asking whether he can consider for fee paying or is it likely he can get fee paying or something. That is the clarity I
Oh, okay, that one is not my question. So let me.
sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, please, if you have a question, can you raise your hand? Okay, since there is no question now, please let's attempt answering the first person. Like I said,
Okay,
please
yes.
answer the
Okay, so the first question FBM was interested in the certificate in railway. So FBM, so when you graduate as a student from the School of Railways, what you do is that on the day of graduation, you will take two certificates. When your colleagues from the main campus are taking one, you will take two. One certificate in, let's say, if I did mechanical engineering, I have a certificate in mechanical engineering, just like my colleague in Takwa. And then, as part of your engagement within the School of Railways for the 4-year period, you will take up some railway related courses. Within those 4 years, you will take up railway related courses. So that when you finish school, we will give you an additional certificate. It's a 1-year certificate in railway technology. It has about 6 courses on railways. And so you can even use those certificates as a leverage so that if you want to apply for jobs, even in Ghana or beyond Ghana, you can use that and attach it to your certificate for that purpose. That is the advantage of coming here to the School of Railways. You understand? I think everyone is gone.
yeah, I know that.
iPhone, is there another question or follow-up? Okay, okay, I think everything says he understands. Okay, so iPhone, let me answer your question that you've gotten at the 12 and you've not gotten admission. Yeah,
Yes.
so for you to get admission, is a lot of factors. One is your aggregate, the grades that you have for the various six required subjects. That is what makes up your aggregate. So assuming you are applying to electrical and electronic engineering, the entry requirements, English, math, science, physics, math, chemistry. So the various grades you have for these 6 subjects, you sum it up. So that will give you your aggregate. So assuming assuming when we added it, we had, let's say, 12 for what you are saying. Others also did better. Some had 6, some had a grade 7, some had a grade 8. So we admit all these people before we get yours. your friends or the colleagues that they've also gotten admission. It depends on the program they also selected. So the fact that you've gotten a U12 doesn't mean you can get admission. You can get admission provided your result is competitive in relation with the other applicants. So assuming let's say someone had 12, but the person chose a program in terms of the competition, it wasn't that competitive in terms of his result. The result is good. So the person might get that program. Though you also have 12, but because of the program you selected, you may not get the program. So technically, it's not a one straight rule. It is your performance and the competitiveness of your results in relation to the other applicants. So take notes. However, we are not done with admissions. This is the first batch of admissions that we released, I think, somewhere last week. I think Thursday, yeah. And they are supposed to pay their fees latest by 4th December. So after the 4th December, their admission is no longer valid. They've lost the offer. There will be subsequent batches of admission. So take note of that. I think someone is also asking about when will admissions come. As I just explained. The first batch was released somewhere last week. There will be other batches of admission. As we speak now, our application deadline is 19th December. You know, those who wrote the WASI this year, I think we were expecting their results to be released somewhere 15th November. But as we speak now, the results are not yet out. Our deadline for application is 19th December. So when your results come, you can go back. Assuming you targeted getting a grade 6, but when the results came, you had, let's say, 10 or 12 or 11. Because you targeted 6, you selected some particular programs. But once the result has now changed, you want to make some changes. That is the reason why those who applied as awaiting, you couldn't complete the final submission. Because once you submit it, you can't make any change again. So those who applied as awaiting, once the results come, you can go back, make the necessary change that they want to do, and finally they can submit it. So take note of that if you are a waiting student. The fact that you release an admission the first batch doesn't mean you will not admit. No, you will also consider your application. So take note. Yes. Please, if you have a question, you raise your hand, we'll call you, you answer, I ask your question and we will answer you. If you have a question, feel free to ask your question. Okay, so as we await the questions, I'd like to share some. I would like FBN, I think your hand is still up.
Yes. I want to ask you one more question. I don't know whether you explained and perhaps I didn't hear. But the question I want to ask is, do you have any collaboration with any company or any company that you refer some of your students who completed?
Please,
Or
I think your voice goes down a bit, so kindly make it more audible for us to hear you.
okay, please, is it okay now?
Yes, okay now.
Okay, I was asking, do you have any like company that you work with or company that you who are in collaboration with that you refer some of the best students or students, after the completion or throughout the process?
Okay, okay. So is it for work or for practical? Okay, I think I've gotten your question, so we will attend to it. Okay, look,
Yes.
Yeah, so per his question, he's asking whether there are other companies that the university has links with where students can go there for internship, for practicals, for job. Yes, generally.
Yes.
You can
So
attend to
yes, traditionally UMass has several memorandum of understanding with several companies that students have access to. And so as part of your training, you have field trips to some of these companies, you have internship to some of these companies so that you build on your capacity to have practical understanding of these capacities. As we speak to you, students are currently in the mining companies, in the oil companies, in the construction companies, doing their internships, so we call them attachments, before they come to school next academic year. So once you enroll with us, there's that facility available for you. There's understanding between UMass and several companies that you can have attachment with. Even in Takrade campus here, we also have those facilities available for you. So FBN, yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, so as we await questions, I think I'll just go over some of the programs documented, the entry requirements for some of them. So on your screen, you can see the BSc Electrical and Electronic Engineering, English, Math, Science for the core subjects. It should get at least credits. And electives, you need physics, you need elective mathematics, chemistry or applied electricity or applied electronics. So that's the entry requirement for the BSc Electrical and Electronic Engineering program. Okay. We also have the BSc Mechanical Engineering. That's onto English, Math, Science for the core, physics, elective mathematics, technical drawing, metalwork, auto mechanic. Any one of these, in addition to chemistry, you qualify for the BSc Mechanical Engineering. So English, Math, Science for the core subjects, physics, elective mathematics, chemistry, or technical drawing, or metalwork, or auto mechanic. So take note of this. You also have, yes, so these programs too. We have the geomatic engineering, we have the geological engineering, environmental and safety engineering, civil engineering, geomatic, geology, environmental and civil. For these programs, you need English, Math, Science, physics, elective math, chemistry. Physics, elective math, chemistry. It is only geomatic engineering where you can replace chemistry with geography. It is only geomatic engineering you can replace chemistry with geography. So take notes. We also have now we have some diploma programs. We have diploma in plant and maintenance engineering at that campus. We also have diploma in electrical and electronic engineering. And that is a requirement. You should get at least pass. And pass here, you are referring to D7 in your core subjects, English, Math, and Science. But for the electives, you should get credits, which is C6, physics, elective math, chemistry, or technical or metalwork, or applied electricity, or applied electronics. So take note of that. I think we have computer science and engineering, which is BSc. That's one to English, Math, Science, physics, elective math, chemistry, or applied electricity, or applied electronics, elective ICT, or computer studies. So meaning physics and elective math, they should be present. And it's only chemistry, applied electricity, ICT. These are the stuff that we can swap. Just only one. So take note of that. We have, I think this one's BSc Mathematics and Finance, Data Science and Analytics. This one, so that's, you need elective maths. You need elective maths for this program. Okay, so that is something brief. Yes, to emphasize on what Locke said, the entry requirements for these programs. For transport planning and management, that one is a bit open. So general arts, business, visual arts, home econs, is science. These programs can pursue the transport planning and management. Transport planning and management. Your three electives will qualify you for that. Yes. So please, as you are doing it, you are still waiting for your questions. If you have some questions for us, we'll be glad to hear them. Yes, someone has sent a message to the Zoom. It says, I have gotten admission, but upon arrival at the bank to make payment, I was told they have not been provided admission information. Can I please get an answer to that? This is news to us. Please, which bank is it? Once you get your admission, you are given information about the banks where you are supposed to pay the account details. And these banks, they have been taking the fees on our behalf. So let us know the particular bank you're having that challenge so that we can address the issue for you. Okay. Yes, so as you are waiting questions, let's watch some few videos. These are students at, at the Taekwondo campus, School of Yoga and Practical Development. You can see the campus. These are videos taken by the students themselves. It's affects the real environment that support academically, and it's a lively environment.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please,
Please.
yes, so let's watch the video, then you ask your question.
And the University of Mines and Technology. My name is Yao Green, and I attended Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS, in Takrady, between the years 2010 to 2013 to study technical. Right from GSTS, I enrolled at the University of Mines and Technology in 2014 to study BSc Mechanical Engineering, which I completed in 2018. I currently work as a mechanical supervisor at Anglo Gold Ashanti Duaprim Mine, where I act as a technical lead to oversee a range of maintenance activities within their CIP processing plant. The position I currently occupy became vacant during the tail end of my national service, and I put my application through. I went through the interview processes and I was successful, and that is where I've been ever since. Growing up, I've always had interest in how things work and how technology can be used to solve real life problems. The engineering offered me the opportunity to combine my problem solving skills and my creativity to build and maintain systems that have real impact on people's life. I was specifically drawn to mechanical engineering due to my interest in machines, energy systems, and industrial processes. First and foremost, the reason why I chose the University of Mines and Technology to study is because it has a smaller student to lecturer ratio. This meant each lecturer could have an individual focus on each student. Students could also ask questions in class and participate in discussions. The course structure offered by the Mechanical Engineering Department provided a strong foundation in engineering principles through courses such as machine design, fluid mechanics, and materials management. It also provided a strong emphasis in soft skills through lab works, project works, workshops, and internships. My time at the University of Mines and Technology also taught me how to work in teams and on projects, which I believe are essential in working in a high demanding environment like mine. STEM careers are at the heart of innovation and development. By studying science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, students open the doors to high demand and well-paid jobs in the society, which can make a real difference. STEM programs also teaches problem-solving skills and critical thinking, which are essential in any other field and not just engineering. My general advice to senior high school students, especially the females, is that they shouldn't believe the naysayers. They should believe in their abilities to succeed in STEM programs. I believe through dedication, curiosity and confidence, females can succeed in STEM programs just as anyone else. In addition, they should seek mentors early on in their careers, embrace challenges, and support each other. I will encourage you, my students, to build both soft skills and technical skills by participating in competitions, projects, and internships. Teamwork, effective communication, integrity, punctuality, and time management are highly valued by employers. They should continue to be curious, adaptable, and be willing to continuously learn will provide a smooth transition from schools to the workplace. Senior high school students and anyone interested in pursuing programs in STEM, mining, and most especially mechanical engineering, certificates in plant and maintenance, and diploma in plant and maintenance should look no further than the University of Mines and Technology, and your life will never be the same. Thank you.
Okay, so so that is the video that you just watched, and the other videos in terms of the activities, in terms of the campus, and in terms of the activities that goes on there. So I think Isaac Pimpon, kindly unmute and ask your question. Then iPhone can also ask this question. Isaac, we are waiting for you, please. Isaac Pimpon, please unmute and ask your question. Isaac Pimpon. Yes, please ask your question.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
we can
sir.
hear you.
Industrial organization. But you said you are going to discuss this week, but I have not heard anything. So I just want to know if.
Okay, I think I know where
Please, did you get me, sir?
So I will attend to you. Yes. iPhone, I think your hand is still up. Please ask your question. Unmute and ask your question. iPhone. Okay. I don't know whether he's having a challenge. Okay. Okay. So yes.
Please, I wanted to know if, let's say, the four courses that the candidates choose, all of them are competitive, and then because of that, he's supposed to wait until the admission is done. Do you guys have a system that, since they are all competitive and the individual did not get a first choice, you are going to move on to the second and see if there's a space provided? Or since the individual didn't get a first choice, that's it.
Okay. Okay. I'll attempt to that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. I think these are the questions so far. Yes. So Isaac Pimpon is asking about the Economics and Industrial Organization. Yes, you have their session tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll have the session for the Faculty of Integrated Management Sciences. Faculty of Integrated Management Sciences. And that faculty, they run the programs such as Economics and Industrial Organization, the logistics, and others. So probably tomorrow we'll be talking much about it. But it's a key program if you want to go into management in terms of the mining industry, the oil industry, any industry that will come to mind in terms of management position, how to manage staff resources, how to manage industries, organizations. It's a key program you will have to listen to. So I employ you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Join the session for the Faculty of Integrated Management Science, and the rest of person talk much about it. So take note, Isaac component. Yeah, so I think in the comment section, I saw someone asking about the items list. Will we get all the items on campus? Yeah, so the attached documents we gave to you when you had admission, it had a list of items you're supposed to use for the program. The SRC have made some provisions for some of the items. So you know, apart from the documents you downloaded for the school one, there's SRC documents on that same platform. You can call them, their contact details are there. Call them to find out about the other items which are not stated on their own. So if they have some, other than that, you can go to the open market and get it there and buy it when you're coming along. You're supposed to have those items, but it doesn't mean when you're coming on that fateful day, technically you're coming on the 9th January. That doesn't mean when you come on the 9th, you bring all. If you have it, fine, but you can equally get it as you are on the program. Buy all those items as you are on your program. So take note. You can call the SRC to find out if they have some of the items and buy it from them. You can equally buy it from the open market too. Make sure it goes is according to the specification indicated in the document. Take note. Another person is asking about the choices. Maybe I chose 4 programs, but they are all competitive. What becomes of my application? Yeah, so when you are applying, we ask you, do you want us to consider you for any program outside your core, assuming you are not able to, your result is not that competitive for the 4 you've chosen? If you indicated yes, then there can be a hope for you. But if you indicated no, then it implies once you didn't get the 4, you can't do anything about it. You know, you give you the 4 choices that if you don't get your first, you compare your result to the second choice, you know, the third choice and the fourth choice. But the interesting thing is that your second choice is someone's first choice. Your third choice is someone's first choice. Your fourth choice is someone's first choice. So when you're doing your family consult, maybe help like get someone to assist you. There are some programs which are very competitive. Either you through your teachers. Also, you have our contact number there, you can call. You have our email, you can call. If there's any advice, you can be given. But don't make a selection, then your result is not that competitive, or you don't even qualify for that program. Read about the program before you even do the selection. The entry requirements on our website. You can get it from there. Read, and that will help you. Okay, so if you choose a program which is more competitive, but your result doesn't favor you, and it didn't select as you are available for any other program which is available, then we can't help you. So 30 minutes. I think the person who asked about the bank issue, he said the bank is Starbank. Yes, we are aware Starbank, they had an issue, but as at this morning, the information that is gotten is that they resolved their issue. So kindly check back at Starbank. Kindly check back at Starbank. If there is any issue, our numbers are here. The one showing, the last number is on WhatsApp. The last but one is a long line. So you can call these people, the last two, any of them, and to go straight to us for us to attend to. You can equally send an email admissions@umass.edu. So take notes. Okay, I can see another hand up. Francis, please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, good afternoon. Okay, I wanted to ask if our school fees, we can pay it in bulk. Like I came late, I don't know what you guys have already discussed, if you have discussed about this matter, but I just want to ask if our school fees we can pay it maybe 30%, 50%. How are we supposed to pay it in full, or we can pay it in batches? Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Yeah, so in terms of fees, as a first year student, you are supposed to make full payment. You are supposed to make full payment of your fees. It is only second year, third year, final year, which is continuing students. They have opportunity, you can pay about 60 to 70% in the first semester. By the beginning of second semester, you should have paid the remaining part. And for first years, you are supposed to make full payments before you can register to begin the academic year. So kindly take note. So for first years, it is 100% payment. It is continuing students that they have that privilege. Yeah, so since we are on fees, fees for fee paying for the School of Railway Infrastructure Development, it shouldn't be more than 10,000 cedis. It's around 9,700, yeah, per year, not a semester. That's for fee paying. And fees for regular is not more than 4,000. It's around 3,959. As for School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. So the fees are less than 4,000 for regular and 10,000 for fee payment. So if you've not gotten admission yet, you can use this estimate and use these figures to prepare. Take note of it. Can use this estimate to make your preparation. Someone is asking, please, I joined today, but I want to know if the Faculty of Petroleum and Petrochemical will have their session. Yes, we had their session on the Monday. The videos are available on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube and watch the video. You can just go the information section, School of Petroleum Studies, GMAT, information section, School of Petroleum Studies, GMAT. I think you can watch, and if you have any further questions from there, you can call or send an email there. So take notes. Please, when we get all the items to buy from LSAC, as I explained earlier, you can get some. So for the attachments you had, the list of the LSRC, you can see some of the items that they have made available. But there are others I don't think you can get from them, but call them to find out if those items can be supplied by them. But as I said, you can equally buy it in the open market. Take notes. Yes, so I think these are the questions I've seen so far. Let's check if we have some on YouTube. It seems you don't have questions from YouTube. Okay. You don't have questions from YouTube. Okay. Okay. Doc, I don't know whether you have some closing remarks so that I can share with them. Then we end the session. Dr. Jamil said,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you, please.
I'm struggling to hear even you speak.
Yes,
Hello?
you're audible.
Okay. Yes, please, what do you want to respond to?
Yes, I think if you have any closing remarks.
This network. Nice, good.
If you have any final words that you want to review.
Okay, students and prospective students and admissions officer, I thank you for the opportunity to allow the School of Railways to also showcase to you what we have in store for you. I wish that for the presentations that you have listened to, if you are considering your options, you consider UMAT first and foremost, and you consider the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. Like I said in my presentation, it is our ultimate goal to make good men better because we are all developing a nation. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Jamal Sibi, for your time, for the insightful knowledge you've given to us. I think I just saw a question. Someone just dropped a question in the chat box. I think it's about prices, fees, and others. Yes. So the person asking about the fees. Do we have to pay? Do you have the whole year to pay, or we have to pay it before we come to school? Kindly read your admission letter if you've got an admission. You are supposed to pay the fee by a deadline. The admission that went out last week, I think last week Wednesday or Thursday, you are supposed to pay by 4th December. 4th December. So take note, you have to pay by 4th December. If you don't pay by that deadline, you have lost the admission. That is the implication. You have to pay your fee by 4th December. If you don't pay that amount, you've lost the offer. So take note. I think someone also said, I want to know the price of 2 in a room. Please kindly call, if you got an admission, you're giving the contacts of the hostels to you. You can call them and find out from them. You can call them and find out for them. Some have 4 in a room and others. So check out, call them and find out. Thank you very much. Yeah, so all too soon, we come to a close of this session, and we are glad you joined. We hope the session was fruitful and you've learned something or you've heard something new. So make sure you use this information to advance your course. Use this information to advance your course. If you are thinking of anything in terms of career, I will recommend you choose UMass. And if you are choosing UMass, School of Railway and Infrastructure Development. The programs are plenty: civil engineering, data science and analytics, computer science and engineering, geological engineering, geomatics engineering, transport planning and engineering, mathematics with finance, the new thing on the blog. So do well. We are glad you joined. We wish you the very best for the day. As I said, tomorrow we have the Faculty of Integrated Management Sciences, same time, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, Faculty of Integrated Management Sciences. So you can join through YouTube, UMAT EDGH, UMAT EDGH. Just type this in the search bar and you are good to join. Thank you very much and have a fruitful day. Thank you.
Vai ficar parado. Quero ver mexer com duro. Balança que é uma loucura.